Alright guys, this is my 2024 spring bear hunt. It's about 90% of everything that I'll be taking. I get some of these bigger items out of the way first. Crispy Nevadas, I've had these for like 3 years now. This will probably be their last little short hunting season is this spring, but they've been an awesome pair of boots. If you like leather boots. Initial Ascent, I am going with the 8K this year. And mostly because when we're tripping stuff in and stuff like that, if we're all hopping on a four-wheeler or a dirt bike during the fall or whatever it is, I will end up taking a lot of the gear in and then putting it in other people's packs as we get in there for one trip and then one thing. Also, it's just nice to have the extra room, especially if you're packing out a bunch of meat. Just the versatility, being able to keep your bag on it, being able to, take whatever you need. The new bag design, you can look it up on their website. They knocked it out of the park with this bag, and I absolutely love it. I'll either be carrying I just have the Initial Ascent water bottle here or the GSI Microlight. Really just depends on the weather when I get a little closer. All right, as far as what I'm sleeping in here, we have, this is always to be determined too as you're getting closer to the hunt, but last year or two, we've been using this Argali Absaroka, if I didn't destroy that. And I really like this teepee. I have the insert for it right here. I think it's gonna be plenty warm this year. Last year, probably should have gone with the wood stove because it was still pretty dang cold. But we went with the insert. It's tick season. This setup right here is pretty awesome. Obviously it's a 4-person, so I'm not going to use it unless I'm going with somebody else. But if I'm going with somebody else, I'll carry the teepee or the insert. They'll carry the other portion of it. And then I have a setup to be able to use my trekking pole, but I normally just bring in the pole. The country that we're hunting is super rugged. And it's just nice to not have to drop the teepee during the day. Or I like to just have my trekking poles on me all the time, which are right here. This year I'm using the, I'm forgetting what they're called. I'll pull it out. It's the Sissy Sticks, it's the Backcountry Z. They just kind of flip out. For the way I use trekking poles, they're pretty money. I can also, like on a, most of the time we're getting in there however many miles and then dropping camp. And depending on where we're going, I don't necessarily need my trekking poles right out of the gate, so I'll keep them actually in my pack. And then, I love this type of trekking pole for in September and stuff like that too, because I can physically leave it in my pack, and then when we shoot something, have it available to me. Rest of my sleep system, I just have the Nemo Elite Luxury Pillow. If you haven't used a backcountry pillow yet, you're missing out. The Nemo Tenser is the sleeping pad I've used the last 2 years, and it's the insulated version. I love this pad. It hasn't popped on me, and it probably should have. It's pretty small, pretty light, great pad. First year for me, we're going with the new Peaks sleeping bag. I don't know if it has an actual name or not, but it looks awesome. This will be my first actual time using it, so I can't speak to it, but like everything else Peaks wise, they kind of came out with a different spin on a sleeping bag. Really excited about this one. Vinyl harness, just been using this Alaska Guide Creations one for the last few years. I've used a bunch of different ones in between. I don't know if I'm just comfortable with this one or if it's lucky or what it is, but I love this one. Always have a few extra rounds in here. In the front, I don't have the gun right here in front of me. I'll be using the Divide Gun Company 7 SAUM on this hunt. And I always get extra ammo in the front. On the side, I always have a predator call, especially this area. We're always ready for wolves, but in this area, we run into a lot of wolves, and gotta be prepared for that. The other side, just a basic wind checker. And then I always have my inReach attached to it. And then I just have the Zeiss range finding binos is what I run. Poop kit, toilet kit, whatever you want to call it. Toilet paper, wipes, things of that nature. Hand sanitizer. If you do kill a bear when you wash your hands, you can sanitize before you know. A little water kit here. I have like 3 or 4 hydro packs in here, 3 and 4 liters for the most part. I have some iodine type tablets in case I also have a SteriPen, so in case the SteriPen stops working or something, I have some iodine tablets in there. Tripod. This is the Lefoto. It's a little bit heavier. It's not super heavy, but it's a little bit heavier than what I've gone with, but in a pinch, like I said, pretty rugged country, and last year we had to shoot off a tripod once or twice, and I just wanted something a little bit better, a little bit more stable, not necessarily better than what we were using last year. This thing's been awesome. We've used it this whole last winter and last fall. Shooting off of it's really nice. It's totally capable of that, and it holds your optics extremely still. As far as the spotting scope, we have the Swarovski, I can't remember, the HD 20 to 65 by 80, and we just got this pretty recently, and it'll be the first hunt, but that thing it's the reason everyone has Swarovski when they have the nicest one. It's the nicest spotting scope I've ever used. So gators, these will go in on me for the most part. It's even if it's not terrible weather, I wear these because the ticks have to crawl up me further before they can get into my pants. Something about ticks like on my neck doesn't bother me, but if I catch one inside my pants, that really bums me out. Cooking system, I've had this Jetboil probably like 8 or 9 years now. I think it's like the Flash now or the Zip or something, I can't remember, but this was before it even had a name or anything. And I've had other ones that have gone bad, and in the meantime or whatever, I just keep going back to this one. This is just I don't even know who makes this spoon, Sea to Summit I think, but just your classic spoon. Gloves. I don't know, this will be a last minute decision whether I take these or not. If it's going to be cold, I'll take them. If not, I'll leave them. I'm not a big glove wearer anyways. These are the Kuyu. I don't know what the name of them is. Be easy to find, but they're the insulated gloves, and they're super, super warm. I'm probably not going to need that this year. Last year would have been nice to have. Bipod for my gun. Right now I have this Atlas that I'm running. I run a few other ones too. Big fan though. It's also Arca, which my tripod's Arca, which everything's Arca. So. Electronics kit. I got Illuminate in here, battery pack, various charging cords, Peaks headlamp, and besides that I have this solar charger. This is just an Amazon one, and pretty easy to get, but this thing has been an absolute game changer for us the last year or so. If you're going on an extended hunt, like you can get away, you know, me and whoever else will have one battery pack, and then you can get away with a lot more because you can just charge it. I mean, it'll charge up a battery pack or anything else that you need in a day or less. It's awesome to have. Little fire starter kit here. I just have a couple lighters in here, and then these fire sticks that you can buy like anywhere. I've been using these for a long time. I used to use cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. Sometimes I still do that. I don't know. It's never really hard for me to start a fire. Some guys take like 2 or 3 fire starters, and if that's what you need to do, that's great. For me, I got like 4 or 5 sticks of that. If I can't start a fire with that, I probably couldn't start it with anything. This is a kill kit. I have a couple of game bags in here, and then this Montana Knife Company, and some electrical tape. That's pretty much all my kill kit consists of. Medical kit. I'm not gonna go into this. Tourniquet, you know, everything under the sun that you need in there. My wife's a nurse and she made that, so I think I'm pretty well covered. New for me this year, or last year, these Graxaw boot dryers. These things are money, and I always end up sticking my foot underwater at least once on a spring bear hunt, so I'll be pretty excited to have those for a spring bear hunt this year. This is just a tarp, like an Amazon tarp, 10 by 12 or something. I've had it like 4 or 5 years now. It has a big old hole in it, but I haven't gotten myself to buy. I want to get like a Dyneema one, but I haven't gotten a new one yet. This one works pretty dang good still, you just don't stand where the hole is. Crocs, can't go anywhere without these. They speak for themselves. Having a camp shoe, if you've ever gone on a hunt and not had your camp shoes, you've probably realized how important they are, or if you've never worn a camp shoe and you finally took one, you'll realize how important a good pair of camp shoes are. This is just my rain cover for my initial ascent. This goes with the jet boil, obviously, canister. I have a large one because we're going to be out there like 8 or 9 days and we're only taking the one jet boil. And then I have this little seat pad. I've always had one of these. Last year mine got retired, and so I made a new one. There's a lot of good people that sell seat pads out there, but that's just the one that I use. And then as far as clothes that'll go in my bag, I still have the First Light rain gear. I'll probably upgrade this next year, but this stuff works pretty good. It's just a little heavier than I think you might be able to get away with somewhere else. And then I have the Kudu down pants, which are amazing. They are pricey, but they're amazing. And then I still have this First Light down jacket that I've had for probably like 4 or 5 years now. And it's still working, so I'm still running it. What I will wear in, like obviously my boots, and then I have these Sitka Timberline, I think is the name, pants. My wife had these before me and I really liked them. The knee pads are just awesome as far as being a little bit waterproof around the knees too, and the butt. When you're, spring bear, sometimes we're crawling into little spots, or even deer and stuff like that, and if you're crawling on your knees at any time or have to sit on your butt for a minute because something spotted you, it'd be really nice to have these guys right here. They're also a little thicker, keep me a little bit warmer than what I normally wear during spring bear, deal with the heat in the middle of the day. Base layer on top, this is the Vapor, I believe, from Duckworth. And I absolutely love my Duckworth stuff. I have a couple of these. One of these is what I'll wear as my external layer. But the Vapor, and I don't know what this one's called. It's like their midweight one or whatever. I normally wear this and this. The other thing I like about it is if I know it's gonna be like a little bit colder day but still dry, I'll hang this up when I leave camp, let it air out for the day and just wear this, or vice versa. If it's gonna be a really hot day, I'll hang this up and I'll just wear this, let it air out for the day and get I don't take a lot of extra clothes with me. I only take extra socks, an extra pair of underwear, and maybe I have some, capri style, like merino wool that I'll wear when I'm sleeping sometimes at night, but that's about it. Other than that, that's 90% of everything that I'm gonna take on a spring bear hunt. And we'll get everything packed up here in a minute and get a weight on just kind of the base without food or water.